Welcome back to another episode of After the License, the podcast where we help real estate agents build their business. I'm your host, Jeff Bittner, and as always, if you're listening on the podcast, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. We have a ton of free goodies. I'm dropping new stuff in that description all day long, and we also have YouTube-specific trainings we just don't release to the podcast. So make sure you're checking us out in both places. Today, I wanted to touch on a bunch of free ways you can reach out to your database or your sphere of influence that cost little to no money. So in my last episode, I touched on the importance of staying in front of your database, staying in front of your sphere of influence, the people that know you, like you, and trust you. And it's important to do. It's important to do if you want referral business, if you want repeat business. It's important to do if you don't want to have that dread later on where your cousin or one of your old friends from high school buys a house with someone else. You have to stay in front of these people. And it can feel like a lot of money sometimes to do different things to stay in front of these folks. I'm going to give you a few ideas of some things that you can do that are free or fairly cheap, depending on what your marketing budget looks like. So the first kind of group, right, is just traditional reach out. We don't want to seem too salesy when we talk to our database. We don't want to seem too salesy when we talk to our sphere of influence. So just reaching out to people and saying, hey, how's life, right? Is there anything I can help you out with? Did you know I'm in real estate? Don't hesitate to ask me if there's things I can help you out with your home value or CMA. But there's a couple different ways you can do this that are pretty low key, right? They aren't too intrusive and they're free. So you can do this via text message. You can do this via Facebook Messenger. You can do this via a phone call, right? There's a lot of ways you can kind of reach out for free. Now, one innovative thing that I saw recently was someone who was actually doing video CMAs for people in their market and people in their database and their sphere of influence. So what is a video CMA, right? People that you know and you know where they live, their friends and families and past clients of yours, you can shoot a video CMA using a screen recorder and say, hey, let me pull up the MLS. Let me show you what homes are available, which homes are active and pending and sold. And this is what your home might sell for if you're interested in selling in the near future, right? And it's a video CMA, so you don't have to print anything out. You don't have to drive and drop it off. You don't have to drop it in the mail, but you can send it to them via email. I think that's a really powerful way to stay in front of people. Another great way to stay in front of your database and your sphere of influence is handwritten notes. Again, not free, but a postage stamp costs maybe 45, 50 cents. So for 50 cents a piece, you can stay in front of your database and sphere of influence. And frankly, when I was brand new, one of the first things I did when I had downtime is I hand wrote a note to everyone in my database. And, I put a stamp on it. I put my business card in there. I just said, hey, I just want you to know, I just got into real estate. I hope all is well with you. If there's anything I can help you out with, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. And here's my business card. It just kind of reaffirmed with people, I'm in real estate. I took time to think of them and do something nice. Handwritten notes are almost always opened up, and they're almost thought of always as fondly and not so much as marketing. So handwritten notes is a great one. And the last one I'll recommend is maybe you have a ton of people in your database, a ton of people in your sphere of influence, or you don't want to do handwritten notes all the time. Postcards is an okay way in terms of cost, but a fantastic way in terms of effectiveness to stay in front of the people that know you the best. And I did postcards for so long that I'm still getting referrals today, and I haven't sent postcards in 5 years. And so the average cost for a postcard is about 50 cents a piece. And you can go to companies like quantumdigital.com, or you can just do a Google search, real estate postcards. And it's pretty typical for a company to print and send postcards on your behalf to be about 50 cents per person. And so you can upload your database, your sphere of influence. Let's say you have 100 people. That's going to cost you about $50 a mail piece to go out to those 100 people. But even if you just did that once a month, you're going to build such good rapport. You're going to build such good branding that it's going to be worth it for you. So guys, hopefully that was helpful. Think about the personal ways and free ways you can reach out to your database, your sphere of influence. What are the things you can do to go above and beyond, like a video CMA or a handwritten note? And then what can we leverage technology to, or the tools of 2021 where we can actually mass send out a postcard or recipe card or something along those lines that has that branding, has that fantastic touch, but isn't going to require too much time. So guys, hope this was helpful. Drop a comment below. What are you doing to stay in front of your database, your sphere of influence? What unique or creative ideas have you utilized in the past? And I'll catch you next time.